Today's video is the last week of work that I did on the house. Nancy and Connor were in Tennessee during this week, so it was just me. So I took a full biphasic sleep cycle. I would sleep, how should I start this? I would start at, let's just go for my overnight sleep. I would go to bed at about 7 o'clock in the morning and set an alarm and get up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I would then get to the house by noon, work until 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, go home, have dinner, take about an hour nap. So I usually slept from about 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, come back to the house, and then I'd work till 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, go back home, have breakfast or whatever you'd want to call that, and then go to bed. It worked really well for me. I was able to get a lot of work done, and a biphasic sleep cycle, if I didn't have to have a job or do stuff for other people or really fit into other people's schedules, it worked so well for me. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with other people. It doesn't work having a life with other people when you sleep from, at least it hasn't for me. I'm kind of off on a tangent here. Either way, this video was the last week of work. I was able to finish the kitchen. I was able to make the vanity for the half bath. Not really a vanity. I made a bracket to hold a sink so it would float. And yeah, I finished the laundry room. I really got that whole area of the house done. Flooring, tile. I'll just show you the video. I started this backsplash 20-30 minutes ago, and every one of the outlets are at a different height. When I had the old backsplash that came up to here, you didn't really notice that this outlet was half an inch higher than that outlet. But as soon as I tried to put a taller backsplash on, it looks absolutely terrible. My original plan was to have 3 tiles high with the pencil molding. I think I'm going to have to go 2 tiles high with the pencil molding, which is going to make it about a 1/4 inch taller than the original backsplash, but allow the outlets all over the kitchen to at least be... My backsplash is just going to be 2 tiles tall now. It'll work, and I guess if you didn't know I was originally going to do 3, you wouldn't know any difference anyway. If you would like more in-depth on how I did my marble tile backsplash using this muscle-bound double-face tape, I have a video, it's almost 17 minutes long, on the do-it-yourself, how to use this double-face tape. It really worked well. I'm really happy with the results. It's not a perfect product. I don't know if it'd work in all situations, and there's a couple things I had to do differently because of it, like I couldn't use water in the saw, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm really happy with the product. Yeah, there's a almost 17 minute long video in the description if you want to know more. It's 11:30 on Thursday night right now. I have the tile done. I'm ready to do my floor. Once I get this floor done through the kitchen, hopefully I can get the floor done through the kitchen before the day's done. Let's see how this goes. If you have a bandsaw, it doesn't even need to be painted like a monster. It'll eat right through these. It's like cutting butter. A utility knife works, but if you have a bandsaw, if you have a jigsaw, they work quite well too. It's 6:23 in the morning and the floor is done. At least until there. I've got that floor to do it tomorrow. Maybe the day after tomorrow. See how my back feels tomorrow. Of course, when I say tomorrow, I really mean today. All the upper cabinet above the fridge and the freezer, I kind of guessed where it went. At the time, I didn't know exactly the height. I hadn't leveled the wheels on the fridge or freezer yet. I hadn't installed the floor yet. I didn't think I was going to put the top trim kit on either. When we bought the fridge and freezer, I got the salesman to throw in a trim kit because I like the center piece and I like the bottom piece. But because on the right side, it doesn't have, it's not the same as on the left side. If it was like the left side on both, to where it went all the way up and down, then that trim kit all the way around would look good. But the one side piece isn't going to work on ours. They had a trim kit missing a side piece. He threw it in for free just to try to get us to buy this ridiculously expensive fridge and freezer. It worked. We bought it. Now I've decided that I want to install this trim kit on the top, but not the complete trim kit. It's made out of aluminum. I should be able to rip it in half down the table saw, and I'm just going to put half of it on, so it's half height. Unfortunately, I have to move that cabinet up about 3/8 of an inch to do it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I don't have any help right now, so I'm going to do it myself. I've clamped boards onto each side. I'm going to unscrew it from the wall, hold it tight against the wall, but those boards should do most of the holding, and then shim it up, and then climb back up and screw it back onto the studs. I think this is going to work. I hope this is going to work. Hopefully I don't get hurt. Hopefully I don't damage anything, because I don't have time to fix anything I damage, but I also don't have time to wait till, I don't know when I'm going to get help again. So yeah, I just got to get this done. I got to get that heavy cabinet moved up about 3/8 of an inch. Paint stick for a 5-gallon can is going to work very well for my spacer. Just a little over 1/4 inch. Not quite 3/8, but I don't need quite 3/8. I do need more than 1/4 though. I'll secure it with 4 more screws into studs after I know it's where I want it to be, but that went as well as I expected it to, or as well as it could have gone, better than I expected it to. The fridge and freezer are now bolted together as one unit. There's a bracket in the top front, the bottom front, and one in the bottom back. The ice maker is hooked up. It's time to shove the whole unit into the hole and shim up the front wheels. Seemed to work. Yeah, I cut it well. I was being pelted by hot pieces of aluminum the whole time. Face shield was a must. This sink in the half bath was one of my most, if not the most fun thing for me to do in this whole 2-month endeavor. It is 1-inch thick oak, half lapped together, and then burnt with a torch so that it's as black as could be. I also have a 1-inch thick oak board on the back wall that it's bolted onto. That 1-inch thick board on the back wall is lag screwed into 3 different studs, 9 total lag screws. 4.5 inch long. It's extremely sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It just looks like it's floating. It's really cool. I'll back up the camera and get a better view here, but this was the most fun I think I had in the whole process. And that is all the footage I have from my last week of work. There'll be a link in the description. I'll have the professional photos that were taken, and I guess that's it. Until next time, peace.